My name is Jesse Davis, host of the Penthouse Podcast, where I interview a lot of my longtime friends, some of the members of my club, and some of Wilmington's finest people. I am so excited to do this show. Thank you. Well, finally. It's been a long time.
Oh my God.
Welcome, ladies. Hello. I'm prepared. Hello. How's it going? Oh my God. You look beautiful. Hello. Hi. Long time no see.
I know. It's been a hot
Gosh,
minute.
so you got your seats and we're ready to roll.
Just trying to knock it over.
Right. So I thought, first of all, Rex Stay. We have our co-host Rex Davis over here.
Dogs, so. Look at the shoes.
Oh, thank you. Okay, come on, sit down, Bubba. Of course, he's got to be right in the mix.
Yeah.
Sit.
Handsome
Sit.
boy.
Be a good boy. So, Melissa Tyson. Wow.
Are we filming?
Yeah, we're going. You're on.
Ah.
We are on and ready. So, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. It's funny because I'll let you describe us as far as meeting, but we did meet when I moved back from LA. I was so over nightlife. I was like, just didn't want to work till 3 o'clock in the morning anymore, which obviously I'm cursed with that. But so I took a job at a gym. And so I was managing a gym, and she was one of the ladies that was regularly there.
Yeah.
I mean, we were doing the bar and the Pilates and the boot camp classes, and we kind of developed a friendship there. All the girls were great, and I was sort of the face at the door. It was fun.
You knew everybody, of course.
So you guys both live in Wilmington.
Yeah, so she's my sister-in-law.
I was going to get to that.
When I told her that I met you, she's like, "Oh my God, I haven't seen him in forever." So
It's been a long time.
Small world, yeah.
Well, Wilmington's, it seems like it's, as fast as it's growing, it feels like it's shrinking a little bit too.
Agreed.
But, yeah. But no, so I want to talk about, first of all, how we met, and then also how you two are, what's the reason why we have a jeweler and a director, actress, talented lady as you are, both of you, very talented. Your jewelry is amazing.
Thank you.
I did my homework, and it's phenomenal. I mean, it's beautiful. So you're really specializing in engagement rings, really.
Yeah.
So go into that.
Mostly engagement rings, custom. Everything's custom made to order, so it keeps it really streamlined and really fun. So I'm just constantly designing new things, and I also, the last couple of years, I've taken on a lot of heirloom recycling. So I'll take people's old pieces
ask you about that.
and their diamonds and their gold and melt it down and turn it into something new and transform it.
So that was a big question I had, because I have that jewelry box. It's
I
got,
know, we
all
talked
the cute
about
little
that.
things that, what am I going to do? Like some random, but really nice stuff, but stuff that I would really never could wear, like as a piece. Whether it was, a lady, a friend of mine, Maureen, she gave me this little diamond ring. She got it from her bat mitzvah. Bat mitzvah.
Yeah.
And so she gave me that as a kind of a gift years ago. But that's one of them that needs to go.
She just repurposed this one for me.
Wow.
Isn't that pretty beautiful?
Oh. Do you know Colby?
Yes.
Yeah, so Colby, he does a lot of custom, beautiful pieces.
Yeah,
but-
he went to the same college that I did, but he graduated several years after me.
Okay,
But
very cool.
yeah, we went to the same
So
school.
family, husbands, kids, what's the deal?
All of it.
All of it. How
None of
many?
it. Dog.
All of it, none of it. This is my kid right here.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's totally crashing the podcast right now.
I borrow her kids though, so.
Hey, that helps. I have nieces and nephews. And
Yeah.
And they look just like me,
they
so
do?
when we go into
True.
public, they think that I'm their
The
mom, which
mom.
I'm very happy about.
Yeah.
I get this with Harley, my niece. She's 19 now, and she definitely favors me versus my brother. So when she's with me, we're like, oh, she looks. Now it's like there was a time where we looked like brother and sister, but now I definitely look more like an uncle or a dad. But
So yeah, she's married to my brother.
okay, so
Yep.
that's the connection.
That's the connection.
How long you two been married?
We've been married 16 years.
Okay, wow, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Wow.
16 years.
Yeah. 3 kids, 16 years. Yeah.
I thought with the whole custom jewelry thing too, is like that really one piece could make your whole life. If you have all these things that you've collected that like all of them have a little bit of meaning, but putting them all together that you can wear it. Like, so how do they find you to look you up to if they have that sort of that jewelry box that they're trying to
Most
tackle?
people find me through social media, Instagram, TikTok, all those kind of things, or just online searches. I mean, I only run an online store, so that's one thing that sort of different is that I don't have a retail store and I don't intend to. I just really want to focus on my clients and building relationships and doing that custom experience. More intimate, and it also allows me to be a mom and, kind of
fluid.
Very fluid. It works really well.
Fluidity is key.
It is.
It really
it's freedom.
It is freedom.
Yes.
We all need some more freedom.
Yes.
But clients meet you at your home.
We do. I do have a private studio, so they can come in by appointment to the studio. So most of my clients, though, are worldwide, nationwide, and we do virtual appointments.
Which that brings us right straight into the Milan. So you've done Fashion Week, 4 times now?
Yeah.
So tell us about Milan and how exciting, and what would it feel like to sit in front row at a Milan fashion show?
It's really high energy, super exciting.
Bye-bye.
Hi, buddy.
It's really fun. It's just like, it's kind of what you would imagine. Lights, camera, action. There's like people everywhere. There's, people that, look like there's somebody, and there's people that are just
you're
like, no idea who's who and what's happening. And it's just really, it's just fun.
Well, while you're talking about Milan, I'm going to open some shit.
Beautiful chaos.
Yes.
So I went with her. Her debut was Paris Fashion Week last year. So I went
2 years ago.
Was it
2023? Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Indeed. Oh.
So that was fun. It was
Paris, honey.
Yes.
To Paris.
April.
Oh, are you? That's wonderful.
The first time I've been all around.
Thank you.
France, but I've never been to Paris.
That's amazing. You've never been to Paris. Oh, you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
So I'm going with one of my best friends. And
You're going to love it.
We went all around. We loved it.
I want to do all like the touristy stuff. I want to do all the.
You have to.
The Eiffel Tower, the Louvre.
Yes.
The definitely Versailles without a doubt. I heard that's a whole day by
Versailles.
itself.
Yeah, we just did that the last time we went. So we didn't the first time. It's hard to fit everything in.
I'm sure.
And also, if you don't buy tickets, forget about it these days.
Get ahead of the game.
Yes, my kids, when we went to Paris for the first Fashion Week, that was like the one thing on their bucket list was to see the Mona Lisa. Well, I didn't know that you had to pre-buy tickets now. I mean, back 20 years ago when I went,
I'm gonna need you to give me a couple little pointers before
you
we
roll
go there.
in and you just go do the things. But now, no, you buy tickets for everything. So we got to the Louvre and it was sold out. 100% sold out the whole time we were there. So I was like, all right, kids, let's pull up the Mona Lisa on your phone, put it in between all of you, turn around behind the Louvre, and let's take a picture. I was like, that's
you were there, though.
That's
you were there.
As we're getting.
You were there.
But last time we did get to go in and see it when we were there in the fall, because we went for Fashion Week in Paris just in October.
So you've done Fashion Week in Milan, Paris.
Yeah, this time Lake Como. So there's an exclusive show that we're doing. So this one's going to be Como. So I'm pretty excited about it.
You're going? Mm-hmm. Do you ever use some of your? Do you ever loan out your jewelry for certain things?
Yeah, movies that I direct.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask that too, because a lot of the galas and fundraisers, you don't just you all want to get dolled up, and it also gives you a chance to give the person. They're going to talk about it. They're going to ask about it. Where'd you get the ring?
And experience with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love a good loaner. Reed's Jewelry was kind enough to. I did a podcast, and Reed's Jewelry let me use all their. I had a whole nice setup.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
that's very exciting.
So I'm driving to the podcast. I got this big old ring and necklace and bracelet, and I was like, okay, this makes me feel kind of good. I'm glad to give this back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's definitely something I would lose.
Yeah, sometimes I'll have her replace the diamond with another stone that's still nice but not as expensive, just in case.
Just in case a whoopsie.
We damage it on set. Yes, just
exactly.
in case.
We don't need any whoopsies.
I usually don't take the big diamonds to Fashion Week. We put some, we that's a little bit tricksy.
It's kind of one of those things because you always as you acquire certain things, nice things, and they say wear them, use them, don't sit them in the closet.
Now that I do agree with.
So
yes,
there's that too. It's
you're
only going to live once. And a friend told me one time with I have the Christian Louboutin shoes. They're one of those things that don't leave them in your closet. If you have them, wear them. Wear them to whichever wedding. Wear them
absolutely
around because you end up dead and somebody's picking through some Goodwill at some $1,200 pair of shoes that you never wore once or twice.
Mm-hmm. That's what I always tell people about with the pieces that they have, because some people, they'll be gifted diamonds from their grandma or their mom, they're beautiful, big, beautiful stones that are literally sitting collecting dust in a jewelry box. I'm like, that's such a shame. It's so sad. What a waste of a beautiful sparkle that
Yes.
needs to shine. Like, let it out and turn it into something that you do want to wear.
That you wanna
because
wear.
It needs to be worn.
Like,
not
break
sitting
out the
in a
fine
jewelry
china
box.
on like a Sunday lunch. Just, I mean, if you're
Yes.
sitting at home, like, break it out. Use it.
Yeah, that's how I feel
I
about
love it too.
Yeah.
Just don't break it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so we have Stacia Crawford.
Yes.
Stacia is, how long have you lived in Wilmington now?
So I moved here in the late 90s,
Oh.
and then my family followed.
Okay.
And then I went to New York, LA, Atlanta, and I came back summer of 2023.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So it's been kind of frequent. So we met you right when you must have moved back.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and we had, we had talked about the whole reality show because you've
Yeah.
shot some reality and you've done. We'll go into that too, but you're also a director and actress. You've worked with major networks as Hulu and Netflix, and so tell us talk about some of that.
Yeah, so I started off as an actor, and then I started producing mostly for a company called Mar Vista, and those movies went on like Lifetime Hallmark. And then in 2018, they gave me an opportunity to direct, and I've never looked back.
Oh, fun.
And it was.
You want to be behind the camera.
Oh yeah, it was incorporating, all my years as an actor, and then all my years as a producer, and
You
putting
get
it
to
together.
like Mod
Yeah,
Podge it.
for sure.
Use
And
a little bit of your creative fluids all over.
It's great. I mean, I call myself a recovering producer. Like, it's still in my blood, and I always write. So that's been a lot of fun, and I directed 10 episodes of a romance series for Tosca Musk's channel.
Okay.
Passion Flicks.
Very cool.
And that was amazing. I loved working with her.
Who's been your favorite actress or director to work with?
I mean, when I'm working with the actors, they're all just so wonderful.
Their
I
own character,
really,
their own immersed situation.
Yeah, I mean, my first one out the gate was called Hidden in Plain Sight, and I loved that one because it was my first one as a director, so I loved every moment
Well,
of
cheers
it.
to the first.
Oh yes.
Yes.
First,
yeah.
if you remember it. Cheers. Cheers. I kind of remember my first, maybe.
Hilarious.
So, I'm glad you're finally here because
Yes,
you gave me
yes.
your card, and I literally don't keep a lot of business cards in my wallet because I knew I was going to get around to like us connecting
together,
and
yeah.
like actually getting together. And we shot that Bravo TV show right before COVID, and unfortunately, it was a reality show. We shot, we wrapped. I mean, we were ready to go. I mean, I had my entertainment lawyer from New York. I was like, everything was ready. We had the cast dwindled down to who it was going to be. And so, March 13th came along and shut everything down.
Yeah.
So I'm still not giving up on that. My acting, Maureen Mountcastle? Maureen?
No.
So Maureen's been my acting coach, and she sort of kind of pointed me in sort of, and then there was Susan at the talent agency. When I moved back from LA, I worked with her for a little bit, but I got a big boy job out in Ball Head for a while, and it had insurance and all those good things that I needed at the time. But so I'm not giving up on it. I'm not. I think I still want to pursue it in some level. We haven't really let the cat out the bag, but maybe tonight might be the night to do it.
What is it?
We are going to pursue having the Real Housewives of Wilmington podcast up here.
Oh.
So we'll be interviewing
Fun,
ladies all over
fun.
Wilmington.
Amazing.
Bring the drama. Don't be too crazy. We don't need no fist fighting. Anyway, no.
Do you have a director for that?
Well, that's why you're here. I'm hoping. So that's why I'm hoping. I'll put you around the
Got some
spot.
jewelry for
yes, got some jewelry.
Decorate.
I got some booze
They
to add
just need
to
to
the
give it
flavor.
back. They got to give it back. Or pay up.
But while we're on the topic of directing and producing and acting, so Waterfront.
Oh yeah.
So okay, I really don't know what. Okay, so I'm kind of in the clouds with that because I wanted to get on that show so bad. It just sounded something right up my alley because it was like Wilmington based. I've always wanted to play a gay villain. Like that's what I'm typecasted, I guess is what I've been told.
Okay.
To play like I want to get like killed off or kill people or whatever, just for pretend. But so yeah, like I mean, that can let that wild side out, that little mean side out on camera, and in real life they're like, oh, Jesse's really nice in real life. Have you really met him? But so what happened with Waterfront? I mean, I haven't even seen the first. I don't even really.
It's not out yet, and I was the intimacy coordinator on that.
Oh, we're getting to the
Yeah.
intimacy coordinator subject. That's
Yeah,
in big letters right
that's-
here, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So
I loved it. I loved everyone on the show. I loved working with Kevin Williamson, who, of course, Dawson's Creek and Scream. Yeah, it was such a wonderful gift for me to work with.
So
everyone.
I guess they used Neil's house for a while, a couple months of shooting on Pelican. So he had like a 3-month situation. I think they shot
great.
some stuff over there. But I was like, hey, I would at least be an extra or something. Like, get me anything local.
Right.
I mean, it's like one
Yeah.
thing to be an actor is, those days of LA or New York, we've both been there and done that, and I'm not moving back to New York City. I'm not moving back to LA. I mean, that was fun during those times. But there's so much here. And you see CineSpace, that took over
it's
Screen
beautiful.
Gems.
Yeah. And Dark Horse, and yeah.
So where do you come in on some of that? Are you dabbling with any of them?
Sure. So I work mostly out of Atlanta as a director,
Okay.
but trying to get more here, of course. And I find that most of the films and TV shows that are shot here, they are crewed up out of New York or LA.
So they're all sitting from somewhere else.
Yeah. So by the time they get here, they're already, crewed up, unless they're looking for someone local, like an intimacy director.
So intimacy coordinator. Okay, so I guess there was some stuff in the news lately with Blake Lively, with some intimacy situation. And I never even heard that word until today. I didn't know it was like
really?
intimacy coordinator, because I was like, oh, so you like make sure things don't, like, there's got to be a line somewhere. There's got to be, like, it looks very real. When you're watching it, you see, the bedpost and the sounds and everything banging around. And
It's a newer position for sure. And it's really, we just help facilitate consent. Right?
So that
Communication.
they're comfortable. Do
Director's
they ever get like
comfortable.
hard-ons and stuff every now and again? It's almost all that rubbing and touching, and like sometimes it's like,
it's like
how do you not like get all like? I know it's acting, but still,
it's
I'm
like
acting.
choreography. Everything is, it's awkward, right? It's awkward for everyone. So the directors that I've worked with, and also when I've been,
Especially if they're married and stuff, like there's that too. I'm just acting, it's no big deal. I just French kissed some girl,
yeah.
So you're kind of there to,
Well,
you're like
as
on set,
as a
right?
director, I've worked with an intimacy coordinator, and then I've worked as an intimacy coordinator for with other directors. And typically, the director still directs everything. An intimacy coordinator is just there to help protect the director's vision, to help facilitate consent, communication. So, because there was a time in Hollywood not too long ago where an actor or an actress might feel obligated to do something that they're uncomfortable with.
But don't they
right.
read that script first?
They do, but things
change.
change. So then
Things get real.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be real.
But having somebody on set to
be that person.
Yeah, just a layer of comfort.
I think you've heard a lot of times they say, like, because there's so many cameras and so many people, it looks sexy, but like when you're there, it's not at all.
It's awkward for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it's not. There's so many takes, and there's so much that goes into it, like a fight scene.
Okay, that's a good comparison.
Yeah, and also like intimacy coordinators are also used for perhaps fight scenes as well, where
so they're not really like or a lot of maybe stunt stuff too.
Sure. Like anytime two people are in close contact. So think about like all the true crime stuff or crime stuff or drama.
Stuff.
Yeah. Where someone's being chased and maybe perhaps held down and maybe choked
out.
Because your body has a certain response that sometimes your brain and your heart really aren't even connected to, right? So just having an intimacy coordinator on set to work in tandem with the stunt coordinator, we're trained to look for certain trauma responses, right? So then we can say,
your face is looking a little like, okay, now this is not feeling right.
Right. It could be such a small little thing that they might not even know they're doing because their body might be.
Because they're acting too, and you were
correct.
supposed to be.
And remembering lines.
You want to nail the scene.
Right. So sometimes, but every
when
director.
does it become porn? It's like, okay.
No. Everything's like really laid out, and there's tons of meetings ahead of time, and you're dealing with contracts.
I'm joking.
Yeah. I think it's a wonderful position, and I'm really grateful that I'm able to work in
What's the
that.
next one that you're
So I'm directing. I'm going back to directing. I've got a couple of Christmas projects coming up. So I don't know. I might have told you. I'm hoping.
I don't know what you're allowed to say because a lot of times I know that there's a lot
I'm
of,
hoping, knock
lot
on
of
wood.
like red tape
I've
there.
been attached
Knock
to a Christmas movie that Debbie Gibson is
fun.
involved with, which I'm really excited. Actually, the reason why we got her was because of my brother, her husband.
She hasn't aged, Debbie Gibson.
She's amazing.
Electric Youth, remember
she's
that?
Amazing. Yeah.
That was when I was like a big fan.
Oh,
Electric
yeah.
Youth. There was
She's
another really
wonderful.
big popular one that.
Yeah, my brother was like, "Oh, you're doing this movie about '80s, and have you ever thought about Debbie Gibson?" And I looked her up and found out where she was, and my producing partners went to one of her shows, and yeah.
So it was like about the same time with Debbie Gibson. It was like Janet Jackson, Madonna, like that. She was in that. Like,
Oh, yeah,
Paul
she-
Abdul. She was when we had the tapes, the cassette tapes. She was one of those.
And the
cassette
malls, going to the malls. Remember
Yes,
that?
yes. What was it that music? What was it? BCG or what was the name of it? Where you go buy CDs and stuff at the mall. Sounds so like from dinosaur ages now.
I don't
Oh my
remember.
gosh.
No, I don't remember that one either.
You know, what's the store you go in and buy? Like, you could buy a CD. So, like, I don't know.
Like Disco-Rama or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But
Yeah.
That was a low-flying plane.
yeah, they have that's those
Look at that sunset.
yeah, the Offspray planes. I think that's
Yeah.
what they're called. But yeah, they fly by just about every day at the same time. But the sunset is going down. You guys got a good view for the sunset.
Stunning.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh, it's so
Yes.
beautiful up here.
Well, I'm glad. So this is your first. You've been up here before.
I've been up here before,
'Cause
but
we did a
maybe
jewelry
when you
thing, I feel
first
like.
opened.
Yes, 'cause
How
we-
long ago was that?
Oh God, 2016.
That's what I'm saying. I knew it was a long time
It's been
ago. I was
almost
trying to
10
tell her
years.
when you opened, and I was like, it's been such a long time. So almost 10 years.
Yep.
Wow.
The ups
Yeah.
and downs, boy. This building has been a total challenge, to say the least. And I haven't done what I would love to do is start using the place for more of a, to shoot for stuff. So you're more than welcome to shoot something up here. And I mean, keep me on your list because I definitely want to. I mean, I've been auditioning with Maureen, and I'm getting more
Good.
comfortable. It's learning the lines, man. It's
Well,
like
I got tricks for you.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I've got tricks for you.
we've been meaning to get together, so I figured we'd keep it organic. And like when you came up, and I was like, I'll
Yeah.
just like instead of like calling and talking and kind
No,
of
I'm glad. Yeah.
Talk it out on the
talk
podcast.
it out on the podcast.
With
this-
champagne. What
yes,
could go wrong?
This is our first podcast in the new year, so
Oh,
we're back on
great.
track. We've had some guys join us as well. We've got Zach's been helping. We've got Scotty now and Max, and Tyler's been around too. He's not here today, but we've got a good crew of people that's really taken the initiative to get this thing off the ground and use it as a positive platform, all around. I mean, luckily we can edit some things if we have to, but we're trying to be able to just push go. But, with my mouth, sometimes that's not the case. But anyway. So what's the next movie? What's your next big thing?
I'm just in prep. I have two projects coming
the
up.
Christmas
Two holiday,
situation.
yeah, because we
So-
try to shoot Christmas in the beginning of the year because we have to be done by like September so they can sell it for the next Christmas.
Get all the ads out, get all the
Yeah,
stuff.
and I did a
product.
really cute one called A Unicorn for Christmas. It's for kids with Abby James Witherspoon,
Oh, nice.
Reese's niece,
Oh, wow.
and some country singers were in it, Chuck Wicks, and amazing. And that little film, I mean, it was done with so much heart and so much love, and that little film has done so well. Entertainment Weekly, Entertainment Weekly, 2 years in a row named it one of the top Christmas movies on Hulu.
Oh, no
yeah.
way. They shot one last year. What was the one where they put snow all over the Prince's place? There was fake snow. They shot something. I can't remember what
Yeah,
show that
I think it was
for.
a
Was it
Hallmark
Runaround
one, wasn't
Sandy?
it?
I don't know. There was a show that they did, but they blocked off the whole street, made fake snow. There
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, so it's and you see they have to do it right.
Yeah.
It was like summertime, and you're trying to pretend like it's winter.
Yeah, and people are sweating, and you got them in hats and gloves, and you're like,
They're like-
they're like,
Oh man, I do. I miss it. I want to. I'm hoping that something with these auditions will.
Oh, good.
happen,
Yeah.
But it's one of those you can't give up things. I mean, what
You
they
never
say,
know.
you got a thousand no's to one yes.
and that's so true. That's so
as long as you
true.
embrace that patience level, like,
Yeah.
okay, I thought it was so close. There was the Gemstones. I auditioned for something and I got it. And then I had too many tattoos.
But they couldn't cover it up.
That's what I said to the lady. I'm like, come on, like you could like totally like cover up some. I mean, and most of them, I have like one mean one on my back that's hard to cover up. But then like, so I didn't get it because tattoos. I was like, whatever. So there's always those things that come up that are like, you just never know.
Or strikes, COVID strike.
COVID.
The strikes really
Yeah.
took us out. That was terrible.
The Bravo thing was sort of sad, but now I feel like it was a blessing in disguise because so much of my life, this concept here, the penthouse itself is a private club, and so how are we going to shoot a private club to go
Yeah.
public? So, and there's a lot of people come up here because it is a
It
place.
reminds me of the Soho House a little bit.
Thank you. We're going for a mini Soho house.
Yeah,
That's
I
what it
think
is.
you nailed it.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thanks. I appreciate it. But so this is Ambry. Ambry's one of our bartenders here.
Hi.
So hello to Ambry. Let's give a little shout out to everybody out there helping us.
Yes, thank you
all the guys in the back.
Thank you. We made him go up 9 flights of stairs because we don't like
You
elevators.
took the stairs? Oh, good. It's good for the buns.
It is.
I was
Buns of
good
steel.
for buns.
That's
I had to
right.
stop once or twice.
It's like 4. You have to take a breath.
Yeah.
6-ish, 7. You're like, are we there yet?
Yeah.
And then 9. And I usually give everybody a free shot for taking the stairs. So guess what? Ambry. Here we go. Penthouse shots coming up. They took the stairs.
Well, he needs one because he went with.
Oh, you took the stairs too?
I did. We did.
did. He was very accommodating, though.
Good.
He's like,
Good.
sure.
We have a good situation around here. Everybody's very polite and well-mannered until we're off camera.
I'm still stuck on. I'm thinking about you're a villain. You're a villain. I'm thinking about a script in my head.
Please, write me in
Yeah,
there.
I can't.
I'm friends with Jonas and Jennifer Pate from the Outer Banks and
yeah,
Runarounds, and
that's
I'm like,
right.
write me in. So who knows? They've got so much going on. But I definitely have been like, I would do it. I want to do it. Kill somebody. I want to be killed off. Like that woman. What was that? What was that show where the woman fell off the side of the boat and she died? She was funny as hell.
Oh, they're coming out with a new one.
Oh, they are? She's not
the
on
White
it.
Lotus. White Lotus.
White
yeah.
Lotus.
Yeah, I think
yes.
they finally killed.
She's like running from these
Jennifer
gay guys, and
Coolidge.
she like
Yeah.
falls off the boat.
Did you? Oh, it was so good.
Hysterical.
I think their new season's coming out in another week or so. Yeah.
They made that meme of her running up the boat for like so many different scenarios. But she's like, looks, and she's like, oh shit, I'm about to get killed. Like did she bounce off the side of that boat like a ping pong?
She's
Oh my
awesome.
god.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on today. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
What do you want to talk to me about? Is there any questions you have for me? It's my first podcast back on, so.
Yeah. What have you been doing? Wait, did you just come back?
So we had, over the holidays, last summer, we unfortunately got a situation, somebody kicked in our elevator, and I was out of work all summer, so it totally put me out. And then we were able to, come back, and then went from nothing to like, what am I going to do with my life right now, to like 16 Christmas parties in December.
Here.
So, yeah, just here. I do offsite work too, staffing usually. But so we did 16 Christmas parties in 2 weeks. So that and then New Year's came in, and so now my birthday's coming up. So that's the next party up here.
That's
the big one.
exciting.
When?
All right. So this is Ambry.
Oh boy.
Yes, we she's bringing.
boy.
It's our if you've been
So
up
much
here
for
before.
dry January.
you
I know,
know
right?
That
Well,
the
dry
penthouse,
January just ended a little bit early.
the penthouse shot is a staple up
We're
here.
on the
Don't
dark
trip.
end of
God,
January.
this-
We're okay. Wait. So when is your birthday?
Thank you, Ambry. So my birthday's on February 16th. I'll
Ah,
be the big
Aquarius.
44.
Ooh, good
Anybody
year.
wants to know how old I am? There you have it. Cat's out the bag. 43. I'm holding on to 43. Hey, you know what? Embrace it. Is what I
44 is
say.
an angel number, so it's
Oh,
good.
is it?
Angelic, yeah.
Oh, it's good to know. The devil sits here, the angel sits here. Cheers, ladies.
Is that one of your tattoos?
Well, maybe. I'll just show you later. Cheers. Bottoms up.
Oh God.
Mm.
Oh God.
Do you have any tattoos?
We'll be sipping.
It's nothing. It's like a little mini Cosmo is all it is.
Yes.
I do.
Stacy.
It's a mini Cosmo.
No, none. I couldn't commit. I could never
Did you
commit.
get to the chair? You're like, oh, never mind.
No,
I'm-
never even that. I was like,
Piercings?
Nope, changed my mind too much.
Okay.
Interesting.
God, I had my nipple pierced one time, and
Ooh,
that was like on
painful.
a wild road trip. And
no,
my friend got
no.
both of her nipples pierced, and I was like, she's like, you got to do something. I was like, well, okay, I'll just do one. I was like, okay. But yeah, do you have any piercings?
No, I have a tattoo though.
Where is it? Back. Yep. Yep.
I'm
There
a
we
product
go.
of the '80s. Yeah, I've got a.
I thought I was like Pamela Anderson, I was gonna get the big old tramp stamp. Turns out, it looks like more like a Remington deer, like Browning symbol. Looks like the deer antlers on my back.
Yours?
Yes. So I have like a Browning across my back. That's what it looks like. It's always fine until you go to like a really nice hotel pool, where you like have to walk across the pool, and you want to feel cute. And then I'm like, the front of me is all like, okay, nice little shorts, and we're at the Ritz or the Four Seasons, and everything's cute. And I walk by, you get the whisper. Do you see that? Do you see that tramp stamp on the back of that one? Yeah. Like, yes, been there, done that.
Well, you can, have someone just zhuzh it up a little bit.
Well, I did have one of the lasers, and it hurt so damn bad. It was worse than getting the real one. So I was
Yeah.
like, so I decided, instead of getting it taken off, I decided to get a couple more.
There you go. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Went the opposite
Fill it out.
direction.
Yeah.
But yeah, so coming up, we've got. What about for you, So you doing another fashion week?
Yep, we leave just in a couple weeks.
Yay! So exciting.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited
Ah.
because I went with her to Paris, and that was incredible. It was the first time.
Yep,
And
a
it was
little nerve-wracking. The
it
first one was a little bit
Because
nerve-wracking.
how's this gonna go?
But the best
Yeah,
was
a
my
lot of
my
anticipation.
brother, incredibly charming. He's
Why did we
incredibly
have him on
charming.
today?
I
You
know.
should have
Where
brought
is
him on,
he?
too.
He's much more
He can be
entertaining
sitting here
than
with
the
Rex.
two of
Yeah.
us. But so we went to Fashion Week, and he's so polite and he's so respectful. And I was going to be backstage with her, helping with the jewelry. And then a last-minute change, I was up front with the kids, and he went back there. But they all thought he was a designer. They thought everyone loved him.
Oh,
Oh
nice.
yeah, he just is.
I think I've met your husband before.
Yeah, you
Maybe,
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
He's
go to a
just
lot of
like he's
things.
great, and he's so helpful. So he's sort of my assistant backstage.
Okay.
And then he ends up helping everyone because
Everyone.
everybody
Oh.
needs help
Yeah.
backstage. So he'll be like, fixing curtains and helping them
Are
carry
you picky
ladders
about
and-
fingers and fingernails and like with
Yes.
wearing the jewelry? Like that would be like hand models are so important.
Oh well,
Like,
they're.
I'm like, let me
mean,
see them hands.
They have. That is one funny thing though, because the models have big hands. Like they're really tall girls, so it's like you have to.
Them fingers are long.
Yes, you've got to accommodate. So I just bring all these little kits so I can kind of tape rings on and keep them like where they need
Position
to be.
them.
And yeah, who can wear what. So, there's always that in the fitting day. So you figure all that stuff out the day before. So it's not too much of chaos. It's always chaos. Always. But it's
Oh,
just like
in the back, for
you're
sure.
used to the
Beautiful
chaos.
chaos,
Yeah.
yes.
Go, stop, wait,
Yeah.
go, yeah.
There's a lot of chaos, but it's it always ends up working.
And they're
out.
all used to it too, so it's just kind of rhythm.
Just keep
Yeah.
keep a good pace.
Yes.
Don't get discouraged.
No.
And just act like nothing happened.
Yeah.
You know?
Occasionally you'll get a crazy designer in the back room that just like
Flip it
loses their
out.
mind,
Yeah.
flips out.
There's a-
Everybody's like
Ah.
silent, and then somebody calms them down, and then back to the schedule of events. But it's
did
always
not-
somebody that loses it.
This one person's gonna crack under pressure.
Always.
Yeah.
One of my biggest like billboards in LA I did. They wrapped me in like plastic wrap, and it was this Philippe Starck sex sofa, and you had to it was a.
Was there an intimacy coordinator there?
There wasn't back then. I wish there was, because I was I was completely wrapped up in plastic wrap with black Calvin
Yeah.
Klein socks on. I had some bifocals. I'm laying there butt naked with this plastic wrap, and you're like, okay, we're done. Help me! I cannot get up.
Yeah.
And this thing's supposed to, if you look it up, this sex sofa is, it would be cool just to read on.
It would be cool to put some of your jewelry on him.
Oh yeah.
For a.
So today, just for fun, since you're a
Yeah.
jewelry person,
Yes.
I wore my it's my devil and angel. So this has the cross, and the cross is on this side of my head, tattooed behind my ear.
Okay.
People don't
Okay.
see that.
Nope.
And then this one I got from I'm in the Azalea Festival Parade, and so I got this ring that day, and it says it's like a Cartier. But look at this thing. It's read it. See if you can read it. So you got the.
No, you
cross
have
on-
to read. I don't have my glasses on. How am I gonna
It says
see
shit
anything?
show on it. So it says basically I got this little good side, and then my little. But
Did
look
you
how
ha-
pretty that ring is. You
It's
never know it says
it's
shit show
gorgeous.
on it.
Oh,
Did,
that's
wait, did you have
great.
it engraved, or that's the way it
I
came
got
to you?
somebody, my friend of mine did it for me.
Oh wow.
Because it was turns into a shit show of fun. And just like you said, just don't ever act like anything's happened.
No, just keep on
roll with it.
going. We actually had the producers of the first show, and that one was by far the most chaotic. It was in a very small. There was a really small backstage, and it was hundreds of people and
was hot.
makeup.
Everybody's
and
naked.
Everything is going on all at one time, and when the show ended and everyone kind of went outside, it was packed. It was so, I'm sure they were there
Oh,
was no
so
fire
busy.
code. It was in
Yeah.
Paris. It was the most
Oh,
crowded.
no.
It was the most crowded show. It was nobody moved. Once you're in, you're in. Nobody's moving because it is wall to wall,
down.
body to
It
body.
was hot too.
Yeah, there was no in, no out. All the press was all on one end, but they completely blocked the entire entrance, and they were layered. There were so many of them, and it was so many people in there. So
Trying to
everybody
keep your
just
dignity.
yeah, everybody pours out afterwards, and we're standing on the street corner, and the producer of the show ran out, and she was like, I just wanted to come and say thank you guys. Y'all were such a breath of fresh air. You were so kind and nice, and we just don't normally get nice
kind
people,
people.
like
Yeah.
back here. And we just wanted to say thank you. And it was just like the sweetest thing. And I was like, oh, well, we are from the South. So
You catch more bees with honey.
that's right. That's right. We bring a different vibe because
It's true. James was like fixing windows.
oh
or
yeah,
he was like,
it was just
yeah.
like they just did not know what to do with us in that environment because it's very
Go,
it's
stop and go. Yeah.
like
Hurry up and wait.
nobody's really communicating. Nobody's really talking.
their
like
eyes.
yeah, or like that.
Yeah.
Like it's just like blank stares. Like
just
there's not a
fucked
lot
up.
there. So it's. We were definitely a different breed in the fashion world. So that's been really fun just to be kind of like different in that world and just like talk to people
Actually
and
be
get
pleasant.
to know them and be kind
Yeah.
and polite and just like, have a conversation. They're like, wait, you
It
wanna
actually helps
talk
you
to
loosen
me?
you up on set too.
It
Even before
does.
these, sometimes I get a little like nervous, but I mean now we've been doing it for a minute. But
Yeah.
But you know what? That whole trip was really about us having to pivot.
Yeah.
Because it was also, it's not, there was a rugby like tournament.
Oh,
there.
Rugby World Cup.
World
During
Cup was
Fashion
there.
how
Week.
fun!
It was
And there were
in-
six
Them
of
hot
us.
rugby men everywhere.
Well, we
Damn.
didn't actually see any of them, but it was very
It
crowded.
was, yeah. So everywhere we went, like we lost a car, then we went up to Champagne, and we almost didn't make it to this like 12th century castle, but we did. It was like the whole trip was kind of like toss the coin and go, okay,
See
where are
what
we going
happens.
next?
And
But
those
it
are
was
actually ends up being
incredible.
the best ones.
It
We stopped.
was.
Where did was it Van Gogh?
We had to use the bathroom, and we ended up at Monet's house.
Monet, yeah. And my brother was like, he's my favorite artist, and Melissa's like, oh look, here, let's just stop here.
I was like, we can use the bathroom at his house. You want to stop
And you
there?
might
And
meet
we were
some
like,
local
all right,
that
let's
knows
do
the
it.
inside on something
It was
cool.
incredible. And then we went up to Normandy because one of her sons wanted to see Normandy, and that was just so powerful. It was incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
that
It was
was
quite
before-
an adventure.
Before we cut out, I want you to give some plugs, some props. And if you got
Yeah.
let people know where they can find. Obviously, you said Instagram, but
Yeah.
they can find you. Give them your
Yeah, it's just
Instagram
Melissa
handle.
Tyson Designs. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, internet, .com for the
And really
store.
look at your if you're listening, please take a time to look at her stuff.
Yes.
It's actually
It's incredible.
breathtaking, especially if you're about to get married or propose to that person. It's
Yeah.
a really good inspo
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
website or Instagram.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And you?
Yeah, I'm on, I would say Instagram probably the most, Stacia Crawford, and directing, intimacy coordinator,
I wanted to ask you one
Also-
thing before we close out.
acting coach.
I couldn't get this wrapped around my tongue fast enough, but neurolinguistic practitioner.
Yeah.
Did I say it right?
Neurolinguistic practitioner.
Linguistic
Yeah.
practitioner.
Yeah, it's
I had to
really
say it like
interesting.
40
It's
times
kind
in
of
here.
like, in layman's terms, it's kind of like, it's really just retraining your brain.
Neurolinguistic practitioner.
Yeah, NLP. That's what they call it. Yeah, NLP. So it's really about training your brain to when we're young, we think we can do anything, right? And then as we get
Muscle
older,
memory, kind of.
kind of, it's using the part of our brain that we're born with, in the sense of we don't have as many limitations as we put upon ourselves.
Okay.
So it is a little bit like conscious hypnosis. It is a lot of repetitive stuff, and
Is that how they help memorize the lines a lot of times?
yes, I do have some tricks for you.
See,
yes.
I've got
Yes.
a monologue would just it would take me oh God, I'd be crying.
Oh no, I can help you with that
Okay.
really easily. Yeah.
I got a couple screen tests that Maureen's done. I'll send you. Tell me what you think.
Yes, of
I'm
course.
getting there.
No, we'll have to. I'm still on the serial killer thing.
Yeah,
So let me
I'm
think.
gonna do it. So if any of you out there know has a good script for a gay villain, you got your guy
Oh,
in
that's
here.
easy. We need to find the financing though.
Yeah. That might be easier.
Okay, let's do it. We'll load it up with Melissa's jewelry.
Yes.
We'll have my
Great,
brother just
great.
show up to help wherever.
Exactly. We got
Throw
the
him
spot.
in as an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, thanks for coming on today.
thank
and I
you for
appreciate
having
it.
us.
And,
Good to see you again.
great to see you.
There's a lot of talent in this town, and I think what
Yeah.
you're doing is incredible, and really, spotlighting, because people don't know.
But there's a lot of talent here.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah,
So,
there's just so many creative people, so many creative and entrepreneurs, so many creative small businesses, and just so many amazing
We
people.
could sit
in
here and give
Wilmington.
out 100 names apiece of
Right.
people that
At
are
least.
so involved internationally.
Right.
Yeah.
Not just like this small podunk, we've really got a good thing here. And
yeah.
I'm
Thank you for
definitely
putting a spotlight on it,
proud
and
of
happy
Wilmington.
birthday.
Yes,
Thank you.
happy
Early
early
birthday.
You guys are done. I'm
Very-
still.
very early. But ladies, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.